Excited to get this season underway. I think that our guys have worked hard in the off season. They've worked hard this fall camp, and they're ready to get to game one, just like everyone across the country. Football season is upon us, and we're ready to get this thing started. I do think that we're playing a very good opponent in Nevada, who's had an outstanding year last year. They're coached very well by Coach Norvell. They had some big wins. Beat Oregon State. At one point was up 30-7 early in the second quarter. Beat Hawaii. Um, you know, won their bowl game against Arkansas State. Then had some tough games against Boise State and Fresno State, where they were right in the game. So I think this team knows how to win, and they've played well, and they have good players. And this will be a great test for us to go on the road and see where we stack up. I know we have a young football team, but we've been trying to gain experience as fast as we can this fall camp and in practice and in scrimmages, and hopefully we can go out there prepared, ready to take the field and ready to compete. And that's what we want to see come Friday night. We've got to make sure we're a mature football team when we take the field. We don't beat ourselves. We find ways to play to the best of our capability, and then whatever the score is at the end, we'll take the results of that. But I know last year we got off to a rough start. We also finished the season in a way we didn't want to, and we have a lot to prove, and we're excited to get game one underway. We are going out a day early. It'll be the night before to get adjusted to the timing change and also get adjusted to the air and the altitude, and we'll be able to hopefully get that done on Thursday when we're out there, when we go and have a light practice and jog around, move around a little bit, and see how we adjust. And then the game's on a Friday night, and whether there's heat adjustments or altitude adjustments or sleep adjustments, we want to make sure we're fully prepared for the game come Friday night.
I counted 16 freshmen, redshirt freshmen on your depth chart. Doesn't that lead to some inconsistencies by playing young guys?
Well, I'm sure we're going to have a few more mistakes, and that comes with the inexperience. But, it's been our job as coaches and players all spring and summer and fall to get them ready to go and put pressure on them and let them know that, game one really shouldn't be Nevada. It should have happened in the first scrimmage, and game two should have been the second scrimmage. And really every day of practice there should have been pressure, and you should try to be performing your best. So hopefully we've done that to a certain degree. It's never going to be exactly like a game, but I do think we've identified a lot of the mistakes we made last year as coaches and players, and things that have caused us to lose to a certain degree in close games. And I'm hopeful that we have learned from that to a certain extent, and can take the field and not allow that to happen. Now, with that said, everybody watched the Miami-Florida game. There were 250 yards of penalties and numerous turnovers, and really the team that just fought the hardest and gritted out and found a way to win. So you got to continue to have that, but yet if you can clean up all the other stuff early on and limit that, you'll have a better chance to win. And I think when you look at a team like Northwestern, that's what they're great at, is they eliminate those and they give themselves a chance to win because of the lack of penalties.
What do you know about Nevada's quarterback, Carson Strong, and what do you expect from him and that offense coming up on Friday?
Well, I think they play a wide-open attack, and I think this is the quarterback they feel the most comfortable with, who can stand in there and throw it. He's a big, strong quarterback. He's got a good arm, and I think they're very confident he can step in and do a good job. With that said, I think they have another athlete behind him who will probably play in the game as well, that can run around and make plays and is very athletic, and we've got to prepare for both. So that's what we're trying to do at this point. But they will play a wide-open attack, and they'll be aggressive in what they do. They'll spread the field, and when you're doing that, you've got to be able to guard guys. You've got to be able to not give up easy throws, and you've got to be able to find ways to pressure the quarterback.
How tough are these first games when you're trying to figure out what personnel you're going to see? With an experienced team, you have a better idea, but when a team is trying to fill some holes like they are, I mean, how difficult is it to piece together what you might see on Friday night?
Well, we're going to go out there and hopefully take the field and play to win. And with a few inexperienced limitations, while you take it into account, you've still got to play aggressive. So I think I'm hopeful that on both sides of the ball and special teams, we play to win. We're not as scared to take chances. There's not one team on our schedule that if we don't play well and attack that we're going to beat. And Nevada is in the same boat. They've played some very good football. They've got a lot of experience. They've had some big wins this past year. They're well coached, and we'll have our hands full going on the road, and we're going to have to do our part to mentally and physically play hard for 60 minutes.
As a former NFL guy, as a former quarterback, do you have any reaction to the Andrew Luck news?
Well, like everyone, I think Andrew was a great player, and we all were excited to watch him play, and he had a tremendous career, and we definitely didn't want it to come to an end. But you know what? Each and every person knows their body and what they've been through, and you want someone who's as intelligent as him to make the right decision for him and his family, and I think that's what he's done.